Welcome to the Lady Charmaine live show, and today's show is going to be fun and informative. Now, parents, has your teen ever said to you, Mom, Dad, you just don't understand. Things are so different from when you were a teen. Well, today we have some parents and teens that are going to be joining us on the show today because our goal is to bridge the communication gap between parents and teens. So parents, grab your teens, call your friends with teens, and tell them to tune in right now to the Lady Charmaine live show. Lady Charmaine, and today on the Lady Charmaine live show, we're talking about it's a teen thing parents just don't understand. And I have some great parents and teens with me on the show today, and I want to introduce you to them. To my right, I have my very own husband, Joseph Bassett. Help me welcome him to the show. I also have Miss Mary Carr along with Carol Salazar. Welcome them to the show. And then we also have their children. To my top, I have my own daughter, Royal Bassett. You all may have seen her on the show before, Royal Bassett. I also have Brittany Gonzalez. She's the granddaughter of Mary Carr. Also, Anna Salazar is joining me on the show today, which is Carol Salazar's daughter. And then I also have my very own daughter, Serenity Bassett, which is my daughter, and also Joe's daughter, too. Yes. Along with Latarja McCain and Kiana Muhammad. Welcome to the show, ladies. Well, right now, okay, we're going to get into some real juicy topics, okay, because I'm sure every parent out there says, okay, my children seem like they're from a whole nother planet, because I've said it all week. But you know what? We're all going to talk about it today. So one of my first questions is, let's talk about social media and these kids. Now, when I was growing up, parents, we didn't have social media, right?
Right.
We didn't have social media. All we had was the television, and we only had like major networks, NBC, ABC, CBS. Today, we also have a bunch of cable networks. And what I don't understand is, okay, we have social media sites like Kick. How many of y'all be kicking in here? We have Kick, we have every website you can name. We have Facebook, Twitter, we have Kick, we have Instagram, we have Snapchat. Teens, why is it so important for you to be on social media? Beginning with Serenity, why is social media, I'm beginning with my very own daughter, y'all. Why is social media so important today?
Well, to me, it's kind of important because, like, you want to be able to connect, like, just to, you know, talk to people. Like, not talk to people, but, like, how can I explain this? Oh, gosh. Like, you want to be able to keep in contact with the people that, like, you know, and, you know, see what they're up to. Like, celebrities, you know how they have Instagram, they have Snapchat, you know, everything. You want to see what their life is like, you know?
Now I got a question for you. Why is their life so important to you? Because today's teens, when I was growing up, we talked on the phone. We yapped and you was on the phone for hours. But today, you guys don't talk anymore. The whole social aspect is missing, just communicating with one another, just using actual words and learning how to spell. I think that texting taking away spelling. They don't do a lot of spelling tests in school anymore. You can tell that when I read your text. Can you spell? How does anybody know what you're talking about? So, but my question is for you, why don't people talk today, well, teens talk today on the phone like they used to besides texting? What's the difference between texting and just conversating?
Well, I can say, I guess texting it's an easier way, faster way to get what you have to say out there, rather than wait for them to answer, or they can just get in seconds of what you're saying. So.
But when you pick up the phone and call, they even get it even quicker, because you don't have to text and then wait.
I think it's funny when you're texting someone, you know, you don't have to like actually say what you're feeling in a way.
Oh, you get to hide behind the text.
Yeah, like you can say, "Hey," without actually like them knowing how you're actually sounding, if you're having a bad day or a good day.
So they don't detect the attitude behind it.
Let's
Hey.
put emojis.
Yeah.
Hey, happy.
Or like, hey, like a cute face or something.
Like, hey.
Yeah.
Or like
Hey.
H-E-Y-Y-Y-Y-Y, like,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
But can't you say that with your words though? Hey. That's weird.
Yeah.
You just
on the phone.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of weird when on the phone.
Like instead of like people being like, it just makes it more faster and more interesting. Like when you like, hey, what are you doing? Like it just but hey, WYD. Oh, okay. Like it's just faster and just.
Okay.
And plus, when you're talking to someone on the phone, like after a while, because I know like from talking to my friends, it gets really boring. Like you can be talking for like 30 minutes. You're just like, so what are you doing? Like you
see the same things over and over
yeah,
again.
like with all the social media, you can like Snapchat them, you can like Instagram them, and stuff. It makes it fun.
Like like what I used to do, like when I was talking to my friends, we would just go like you have two apps open, one Cake, one Instagram. So you'll be like on Instagram while you're talking to them. You'll be like, oh my God, did you see this one? What's one picture on this one guy's page? Go to that, and they share the picture and everything. They tag you, and they're like, oh my God. So we just go through the pages and like while we're still talking to each other, and you know it's just.
Now, Brittany, you're the oldest, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, I know you're the oldest and the quietest sitting up here. So tell me, for you, why is social media so important?
It's a way of getting like she said, staying in contact with people if they move schools and you don't get to see them every day like you're supposed to or you're used to, or family members that you don't get to see. It just keeps you updated on what's going on with
That is
their
a good
lives.
political answer. Family, friends you haven't seen in a while. That's good. That's what I say too. Now, what's the real reason why you're going on social media? Let's talk about it.
No, like really, it's to me because I was born in the Bay Area and all my family's down there. So like that's a way of me actually getting to see like what they're up to, and just to see like my friends' pictures and for me to post pictures too. I mean, like I like taking pictures and I like posting them.
Selfies.
So
Yeah, well, let's talk about these selfies. So Anna, now this is the one thing that I've been seeing a lot on social media, young teens. Now I'm gonna get to these parents and y'all questions. Tell me about these selfie pictures that everybody's taking coming out the shower with their towels on,
Oh, yes.
room all foggy and wet and hair is wet. Let's take a selfie. Tell me about these selfies.
Well, it's not like I don't take pictures like that, like in the shower, but it's like,
No, out of the shower with towels on.
Yeah.
with a towel on.
yeah, I don't do that, but I just like take pictures, like I probably take like a lot of pictures every day, and just at the end of the day, like I'll post the picture and then a quote of how I feel that day, and then like my friend will be like, okay, what's going on? And that's kind of how they know how I feel.
So you don't use emojis, you just use your pictures.
I use a picture and then I quote it, so that's how they kind of know how I feel. Even people I don't talk to, they'll be like, what's going on, you know.
Okay. Now let's come from a man's perspective. I have my husband Joe on the show. Now I know you have some questions, so I want to hear from you.
My question is, do you understand when those selfies and pictures are taken that is going in an Instagram account that everybody can look at? I mean, all your friends obviously can look at, but a lot of times the selfies and the pictures that stuff they put on the web, do you understand what the World Wide Web represents? I mean, that's what gets me.
The actual www dot world wide web.
No, because when those pictures are out there,
You're right.
they're out there forever. For anybody. And I've seen pictures of teens and just people posting stuff, and it's out there, and it's like, wow, do you really want this to be out there forever, representing you? Do you think about that as teens? Do you think about that when you're 30 and 40, those pictures are still going to be out there?
actually, yeah.
A true answer.
I mean, like, actually, I do because I actually looked myself up last night, and my Twitter account, my Instagram account, my Vine was all on there. All my pictures I've posted was on there, and I'm satisfied with my pictures. I mean, like, I'm beautiful. I was gonna show her.
I've done the
I
same
can
thing.
share it with them. I mean, it's on there, and I'm satisfied. I don't post any like nudity pictures on there. I don't post anything that will get me in trouble with myself and that I won't really respect myself for. So all my pictures are just like basically of my face or what I'm wearing, and I like them. So
Okay.
I think like it's like more about like the things like what you're doing in that picture, but like other than that, there's like a lot of them. I know that's gonna go on outside the web, but like I really like would just like look through them while you're taking a picture for something. Like I normally take selfies, I guess selfies for personal reasons, like just for if I'm going somewhere, or like to a band concert. So that's like the only time I do, but I know it's gonna go worldwide. And I actually take nice ones that won't look like how like people stick their tongue out, like do duck face, whatever like that. Yeah, and then I don't do that because it just like makes it more provocative a little bit. So like I think like you should like at least like look through it and like make sure and like know that's gonna go like all over the place.
My second question, do you have friends or do you know of people that take inappropriate pictures?
Yes, I know a lot of them, and I tell them about it. I'm just like, you know what's gonna go on the internet, and it's gonna go in a bad place if you're gonna keep doing that. And like sometimes they listen to me, or sometimes they just wouldn't. So,
I mean, I don't really tell my friends. Like, I have some friends that go to raves, and the outfits that they wear are very like revealing. But I don't tell them. I'm like, you do you. You have fun what you're doing. This doesn't bother me. You look cute. Go ahead. That's you. If it gets to everyone in a wrong way, oh well. You got to think about it first.
Well, T, do you have a question for a parent?
So why don't parents let us wear a lot of makeup? So not that a lot of it, but like mascara or like a nice like lipstick that not like a reddish or like a pinkish, like a nice that blends in with your skin, or like eyeliner or mascara. Like some parents are like, no, like that's way too much to take it off, and they will be like overreactive about it, and yeah. I don't know why that was.
I'd love to answer your question. My reason is it should be age appropriate, number one. There's a lot going on in our society today, and people are looking for young ladies that look much older than what they really are. And they're selling them online, they're selling them all kinds of ways. They're being kidnapped, they're getting involved in things that they have no knowledge of at the time that they're trying to wear this makeup. And let's not only say makeup, but the clothing that just very unbecoming. So as a grandmother, that's my reason for not allowing my children to over makeup. I don't mind a little lip gloss and I don't mind a little mascara, but I'm not with the false eyelashes and all the blush and the dark red lipsticks and all those things. You have a lot of time to do that. Wait until your age is appropriately at the right point in time to wear that.
Yeah, I agree with like the red dark lipstick, like at least age appropriate. So yeah.
From a dad's perspective, I have my girls, and of course, I want them to enjoy their teen years without going into an adulthood so quickly. And when you put on makeup, from a man's perspective, you tend to look older than what you actually are. So a 12-year-old can look like she's 17 with a lot of makeup, and that can attract a whole different category of men. You can get unwanted attention, and if you're texting and doing all this stuff, and they see you now with this makeup, they think, okay, maybe she's older. And so, and especially when you're texting, you're not having that voice. You can be talking to anybody. So now you got men that are in their 20s, trying to text and get your number so they can talk to you. You don't know they're in their 20s. I mean, so it's just all kind of things that makeup kind of puts you in another category. And as a dad, I don't want my teenage girl talking to some 30-year-old man because she looks like she's 18 and legal, quote unquote.
That was very good. Yeah. Okay, Roy, you have a question?
Why can't we be trusted? For my okay. Okay, I'm gonna speak from my experience. I know why
Then you've answered your question.
Wow.
But yeah, like I guess I know the answer.
I think I know the answer because like they don't really trust us while we're going out. Like normally, like when we're going out and hang out somewhere, they're like, "Who's gonna be there?" Or like, "Oh, there's gonna be a lot of people there." Or are there guys there? And I'm just like, no. And then they kind of get into this debate with you about having how many people there and then like who's there, and they want to know everything about it. So like, it kind of brings you to like, why don't you guys trust us?
Is it because of the poor choices you've made in the past? and you've been given opportunity to make the right choices, but you don't. So it causes a parent now to have to second guess if we're going to allow you to do something because you've had a pattern of making poor choices. Do you think that's why we don't trust you? Or because we've given you rules and you've broke them, and then we gave you another rule and another chance, and then you broke that rule, and then we gave you another chance, and then you broke that rule? Do you think maybe that's why your parents don't trust you?
Well, that's what it is for me.
Well, I mean, like, half of it has to do with that and half of it doesn't. Okay, so if you break your parents' rules over and over and over again, okay, that's a reasonable reason to not trust your child. But if you raised your child to a certain point where your child knows what to do and what not to do, and they like break rules every now and then, but not a lot, and then you trust them to go somewhere, I think it's just the fact that they know what they did when they're teenagers, and on because they were like conceived you, they think she's gonna adapt to what I do. But if you raised your child the right way and you know your child isn't gonna do what you think that they're gonna do that you did when you were a teenager, they question you. Like the guys, oh, you're going to the park. Who are you meeting up with? I'm just going to the park. Oh, really? Who are you meeting up with? Literally, no one. I'm just going to the park. I'm no one. And because I know my mom, she used to sneak in guys all the time, and I'm just like, Mom, I'm very scared of my grandma. I can't do that. Like, and I know not to do that because that's disrespectful to bring a guy in the house without your parents knowing. So like half of it does and half of it doesn't.
Parents?
I have a question for all of you. How would you feel if your parents didn't care? Or if your parents said, okay, do what you want to do?
I mean, I would feel very, okay,
would
so
you feel that they love you or they're concerned about your whereabouts and your future? Or
no, I mean, okay, so like, I do respect the way my parents are strict on me, and I respect everything else, but cut us some slack. You raised us right. We know what to do, we know what not to do. So, you can trust us a little. But if we keep breaking it, then don't trust us at all.
Yeah. Well, I'll help you answer that.
you.
Like, if you guys didn't care, I know for me, I'd probably be dead or something. Cause
I think there's a difference between being protective and being overprotective.
Yes.
Being protective is okay, you can do this, but be sure just to be careful and everything. But being overprotective is okay, let me see what you're doing, let me check your phone, let me do this. So I'm okay, you can be protective, but not too protective, you're all over my back and everything.
I am, and let me tell you why. I am, because, see, there's a such thing called the Holy Spirit. See, I'm a Christian, and we're going to talk about this too. Yes, she said Holy Spirit, okay. Yes, and for those of you who do not know about the Holy Spirit, he really do speak to you.
Yes, he does.
And he speaks to me, right?
He
So,
switches on us.
and he tells
Actually,
all of your business.
Oh my God.
He's so
She said
wonderful
he's
to
a rat.
have. Let me tell you why. Because he tells me to go in the room at the right time, the perfect time, to see what I'm supposed to see. So that is why we are looking in cell phones, because there's things that you're not supposed to be doing, conversations you're not supposed to be having, and so he's there as a protection for you. He's really protecting you from yourself. That's what he's doing. He's helping you, because being young and being a child and being teenagers, you don't see what's down that road. As I use my 1-year-old, as I was telling my daughter Royal just this morning, see, my son, he's 1, and I was standing by her bookshelf. Because he's so short, he can't see what's over her bookshelf. I was able to see the garbage can that's over there, everything that's over there. But because I'm taller than him, I see further than he can. So I can tell him what's down that road because he can't see it. We've lived longer than you. And Sister Mary's lived longer than all of us. Right? I really listen to her.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
No, it is.
And so, of course, she's old enough, she can, almost be my grandmother, or my mom. So I'm going to listen to what she says because she's older than me and she's lived longer than I have. So we're trying to protect you from the pitfalls that we know that's down the road. And you see them on the road all the time. There's a detour. Why do they have detours when there's road construction? Because they know if you go down that road, there's probably a pothole there that your car can fall into. You can get injured and possibly die, right? So they take this detour, go this direction. But for some reason, the teens today, they have a fork in the road. It's called right and wrong. But for some reason, that wrong direction, I just want to see what's down there. I know they told me don't go, but I just want to go anyway. I just want to just check it out. Forget the detour sign. See, my girlfriend who I worked with, her and her girlfriends was drinking and driving. They saw the detour sign and kept on going. Drove the car right off the road.
Wow.
And she was in a rental car. Thank God they lived. But they have detour signs there for a reason. Your parents are here for a reason. All of us are here to help and lead you and guide you for a reason. Because you get down that road and you're going to find out my parents really were right. And we're trying to keep you from experiencing stuff that we've experienced. And it's called wisdom. You don't have to experience everything somebody else went through. Just take what they said. If they say crack kills, believe crack kills and don't do crack. You don't have to smoke crack to experience they were really right. Crack really does kill. That's where wisdom comes in. I don't have to do what you did. I'm going to take what you said and believe what you said and not do it.
And see, that's another point. As parents also, we really do understand. We really have experienced or known of people that experienced the consequences of a poor decision. And I don't want my girls or anybody else for that matter to experience the consequence of a poor decision that I could have prevented had I just warned you. Hey, don't start off smoking. Why? Because then smoking could lead to drinking, it could lead to marijuana, it could lead to crack, it could lead to, other drugs. And I've seen the consequences of that in my own life with my friends. Now, thank God I haven't experienced that myself because I didn't get into drugs when I was a teen. But I knew of my friends that did. And I know as teens, you're going to be around people. You may not do it yourself, but guess what? Others may do it around you and you can be tempted. And so when we say we don't trust you, we may give you a little trust, and then if you break that, then we're tightening that trust up a little bit. You heard the expression, trust should be earned. Well, you earn your trust by you being trustworthy and by you being able to follow through what you said you're going to do. And it is really at a point of love. It is. It's not trying to keep you from fun, trying to keep you from activities, but really it's really just giving you what you can handle. And if you demonstrate you can handle a little more trust, then a little more trust is given. And so, I mean, we really do understand. We don't want you to be like, not having any fun and not experiencing anything.
And our goal is just to make sure that you make the right decisions when you're out of our sight. Because if you're in our sight and making the wrong decisions when we see you, what are you going to do when you're not in our sight and we don't see you? So it's like, okay, if you're doing wrong in my face, so what are you going to do when I'm not there? And so that is why the reins are so tight on you, because if you do what's right in our sight, then we know we can trust you when you're out of our sight. Right. Carol, you have a question?
Yes, I do actually. Why do you feel that you cannot talk to your parents?
Ooh, okay. They're so judgmental. They're judgmental.
Yeah,
Very. Anything we say, like if we say, "Oh, my friend, she got caught doing this." Well, why was she doing that in the first place? Well, I just wanted to tell you. I just wanted to talk to you. I don't want you to judge anyone. We can't talk to you guys because you guys judge us with everything that we say.
But that's not a judge, though. You know what judging is? You see, a lot of people mention judging. You're judging me. Judging is putting someone in a particular place. It's just like when you have a judge in a courtroom and a person was caught for a crime, and then what the judge does, he hands down the sentence to you to go to jail. If you say, well, why was she doing that anyway? She didn't judge her. She asked, why was she doing that anyway? She didn't put her in no particular place. She didn't put her in heaven. She didn't put her in hell. She didn't say she needed to go to jail. She didn't judge her in that way. Why was she doing that anyway? That's the question. I think that's what a lot of people get mixed up is, you're so judgmental. We didn't pass a judgment on them. Why was she doing it anyway? That's a question.
The moment we say it, there they go.
So
she's fast and did it. It's like, you don't even know what was actually going on, but I'm gonna leave it like that because I'm not trying to get in an argument.
Okay.
And you just walk away, so you just keep things to yourself.
And you have a question for a parent?
Why do parents overcomplicate genres of music?
Overcomplicate?
You mean like 2 Chainz, Lil Johnny, Fat Boy?
Yeah, the stuff where they're bleeping out every single word.
Because there's sometimes when my friends come and then we listen to that music, but then when it's time when it's just us, we listen to like gospel music, and I'm just like, okay, why did it change? Why did that change?
You mean why is your parent listening to secular music or 2 Chainz and y'all jamming, and then when everybody's gone, then they're back to their worship music?
Yeah.
Maybe it might be a way of connecting with you and your friends. You ever thought about that?
No, but it's just like sometimes, like if I'm in a bad mood or something, like a couple days ago.
Last night.
Yeah, my mom, she said just listen to whatever will help you. So I played like my music. It didn't have a lot of bad words.
Yes, it did.
But it was like okay music. But she was just like dancing to it, and I was like okay. So I don't know. It's like when I listen to that music, it's like makes me laugh and stuff because like she's happy and I'm happy and we're just dancing to it. So.
Wait, what's the word? Just trying to figure. Anybody else can also respond. You know, why do you feel they overcomplicate the music? Go ahead.
Because like if it's like a song that doesn't have any of those like curse words in it, like even if it's like the simplest things, they still kind of get like a little bit frustrated and angry kind of, and they're like, why are you listening to that music? And then you're supposed to be being broad or something like that. And so and then we tell them, and then they just like keep going on and on, even if it doesn't have any bad words, or if it's just talking about like country kind of like it.
For me, I mean, I hear music, and my daughters, when I take them to school, I kind of let them put in what they like to hear. And sometimes the lyrics, quite honestly, is just over-sexualized. It's just too provocative. And it gets to the point where you listen to that over and over and over again, it can get into your spirit, and it can start to saying stuff about you if you're in the car and that's what you're listening to. Your favorite singer or rapper is Nicki Minaj, and you can quote everything she's saying. I don't want my child quoting everything Nicki Minaj is saying. And so there's certain times when you think, okay, I can listen to it for a little bit, appreciate a beat, but I'm not going to be like just overindulging myself with that stuff. I mean, it's, I know all your friends are listening to it, but there comes a point where you have to have some kind of a filter. I'm not saying that you can't listen to it at all, but at the same time, expand your horizons. In my car, I know I have a little reggae, I got a little gospel, I got a little rap, but I'm not having all that cuss word, all that foul language beeping at me all the time. It seems like today's music, you have so much of that just constant. It's just all the time, like in everybody's, that's what make music sell now. Talking about sex, talking about, being at the club, just nothing really positive. One of my questions I had was if you can sing your favorite lyric and tell me what that means of your rap, of your music you like to listen to. Like, tell me something or sing something of a favorite lyric of an artist that you like listening to, and tell me what that means. If any of you can do that, I would appreciate it.
Anna, you know every word to every song.
No. I like my favorite artist, honestly. I like Janae Aiko.
So what's the
She
lyric?
doesn't curse a lot.
Sing a
She's
lyric.
very modest. She's very
Kind of modest.
She's very very soft.
Hippie.
Very, yeah, but she's not all like in your face. It's like her music's very slow and mellow, and like most of the time I just like listening to her.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
like
very
it.
calm.
I like
very
Christina.
calm.
I like Christina
No one
Perry
has sung the
'cause, like,
lyric
How about a
yet.
lyric? I want to hear it.
I like Christina Perry because like she sings like about like a lot of like love
Share a
songs.
lyric.
Sing it. Sing a couple words.
Alright, do you want me to hear it?
Go ahead.
'Cause I'm only human, and I bleed when I fall down, 'cause I'm only human.
Okay, I've heard that song before. Okay.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Well, you say you know a lyric, you know a song. So tell us a lyric.
Just a
Well,
lyric.
I don't want to say it wrong and then embarrass myself. Well, I was thinking like the Janae, wake up, wake up. I don't know the other part. I don't want to say it wrong.
I like that song.
Okay.
Because I'm in the lyrics. I know one of my favorite groups when I was growing up was Run DMC, and one lyric said, and it said, $50 sneakers and you have no job. Tell me how you do it when times are hard. It's like that. That's the way it is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was a rap song back in the day, but it was a lot of cussing. It was a lot of stuff that was, got you thinking about stuff. So that's just, just be careful what you listen to and what you allow to get into your spirit,
And I'd like to add to that, get to know the artist, their background, what they believe in. Because a lot of times, music has changed so much down through the years. I mean, when I was a kid, I listen now to some of the music that I would listen to when I was a kid, and I didn't realize what I was really saying until now, while I'm old enough to understand it. So get to know that person's background. Who are they? What do they believe in? Is it really ministering to you?
Yeah, 'cause
Or is it just a cool song or something cool that everyone else is singing?
A cool song.
Yeah, there's just one song that Joanna, my sister, was singing. It's called "You Don't Have to Try," and it's about like all these different feelings and how like you don't have to like give yourself like this image that other people like do what you like and not what other people want you to do. And it does not have any cuss words or anything.
it's like a really
like
like
that
a
song.
song that's like you don't have to be anyone else you don't want to be, or just be yourself. And you don't have to try and make people like you or make people give impression
And
that care.
You guys just sing it.
in the video, there's like a lady who had cancer. She had a wig on, and it looked just like her real hair. And like in the video, she took it off, and she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well."
Okay.
Well, Kenny, you have a question for a parent?
Well, why don't parents let us have a boyfriend?
I'd love to answer that.
Me too.
What is the purpose of a boyfriend? What is the biblical meaning of a boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend just to have a male in your life, or are you going to marry this person?
Well, boyfriend is like, it's someone who like starts off as like, okay, let's see if he's like boyfriend material, like husband material, and like girl's wifey material, whatever. And it's like the start of it. It's like if you've been together for like, say, a year or 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you're just like, okay, he may be that.
Husband material.
Yeah.
What is the appropriate age?
I think that like when you're like a junior, like 16. That.
And how old are you?
I'm 14.
And you're thinking about this now, why?
So your thing is, you're thinking of marriage already at the age of 14. Is that what you're telling me?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I think you're growing up a little too fast.
No, not like,
You're
we get married when I'm
mentally,
14.
your mind,
Like,
you're
no.
thinking a little, what you're thinking, that's what they did back in 1920. They married at the age of 13, 14.
Oh my
This
gosh!
is 2015.
That's not what I'm talking
It's
about.
not legal anymore.
It was legal.
No, I can help Kania with this. I don't think she's actually saying, oh, well, since we were dating for a year, we can get married in the future. No, she's like every girl. Like when you're little, you think of what you're gonna do when you get a teenager. Like, oh, I could have a cell phone. You're not actually planning
Wanting
your
to
wedding
do
out.
it.
You're just saying, this would be nice, and not actually planning it out.
It's like how teens
No.
plan out their future, what they want to be for their
Like a
career or
vision
something.
board.
Okay, but that's what I was going to say next. Why can't you be thinking about your future as far as educationally wise?
I
What do
do.
you want to be and do when you grow up, rather than
I
having a
have-
husband?
I have like all my dreams. Like I literally have everything I want to do, and like that's like the first thing that I think of that, because when I think of like future of like having kids or like your husband, I think about like what am I going to do before that, and when am I going to be ready for that, and would I have a good job, or what career would I be doing, and will I be stable in a good environment? So that's like the first thing that comes to my mind, and then when I know I've got my education, then that's when you kind of start thinking about it.
Can I say something regarding that? Boyfriends at this age, would be at 15, 16, 17, boys are not thinking about marriage.
No.
They're not thinking about, okay, this is the only girl I'm gonna be with forever. This is it. At that age, and I'm speaking from experience because I was young as well, you're looking at, okay, hey, who's the pretty girl, who can get at her first, and it's not the commitment level is just not there. Hormones are raging. People want to experiment. You want to try different stuff, and you want somebody to try that stuff with as a young man. And unfortunately, boys are complicated, right? Because they're not as committed. They're not as emotional as women. And so they can be with you, tell you how cute you are, and you get all huffy and just thinking, oh, this is great. And then they're off to somebody else so quick, and your emotions are still connected. And if you're a boy and you guys are together, then something might happen, right? And that's my biggest concern as a dad, is that some boy would take advantage of my girl's naivety as far as, you know, just being together, something happens, things get out of control, emotions happen, you start kissing and touching, next thing you know, you're thinking you guys are together in an item. No, he's moving on to somebody else. I mean, your emotions are still connected to this guy. And so it's just complicated right now as far as, you know, teenagers and dating, because I unfortunately was that guy that was dating, and then I would see you and see somebody else too. And if you were okay with it, I'll have both of you. And that was just the way it was. And you had to break up with me because I wasn't breaking up with you. You would have to leave me, because as long as you would put up with what I was saying, hey, I'm sorry, this is how it is, but if you still want to see me, I would still see you when I was a boy, when I was a teenager.
Because a man will tell you whatever you want to hear to get what he wants. Right. If that's what you want to hear, you want to hear marriage, I'm saving myself to marriage. I want to be married. He'll tell you that, well, you know, I want to make you my wife. Whatever you want to hear to get what he wants. And especially being young and gullible, because, oh, you know, they call it puppy love, you know, when you're young and you go because he just loves me and we're going to be together forever. Tell me how many people you know been together since they were in high school. There are some people, but tell me how many people that fell for that and they're not together today because they just love them so much. And that's coming from a man. So I would listen, because a man is telling you that. He's trying to tell you, because see, a man knows what a man thinks and a woman knows what another woman thinks. So that's why we can tell our sons what a female is thinking, just like how he can tell you girls what a male is thinking. So please take that advice.
One of my questions actually is, can I read the question? Is there such thing as safe sex before marriage?
No.
No.
No. No. No.
No.
Royal?
Not at all.
I think because like it's safe,
so.
like if it's like sex is sex, so there's no such thing as safe sex, basically.
But like even if they say, oh, I use a condom, like no, there's still something.
It's still sex. So it's
safe
just
sex
a
is when
connection.
you get married, and just like when you're married, that's safe sex. If you get pregnant, oh well, I'm married.
Yeah,
They can't judge me.
you can deal with the consequences of having a baby because you know that you're stable and you know you have your father, you have the father with you, and you know that nothing's gonna really happen like that or like that.
Yeah. Like no, never.
So there's really no such thing as safe sex.
Yeah.
But what if a boy say, if you really like me, you'll do it?
Oh, well,
I'm just gonna say, if you really liked me, you would never say that to me.
Right.
That's
No.
good.
If you liked me, you would never say that to me.
What happens now, what I find out though, because people Instagram and text, what about just flirting and sending
No.
pictures and
I-
just
I don't
believe
put
that.
Like, I know
sexting and
this
doing all
girl.
that
I
stuff
don't
on
believe
Instagram?
that.
I know this
at all.
girl who sent some nudes to this guy, and he showed everybody, and she got made fun of and all that stuff like that. And I was like, why would you do that in the first place? Because he's my boyfriend. I've been with him for 5 now.
I don't
5
believe
years
in
now.
I don't believe in sexting because like it can go on World Wide Web and like especially if you're doing it on Instagram, it can be like everyone can see it and it goes everywhere and it can be sent to everybody.
They'll screenshot it and like
Yeah.
put it up and be like, this girl.
And they have Instagram accounts where they expose you.
Yeah,
So I'm just like, that
did you see that one?
Yeah, like
This
expose
girl at
you.
my school, she did a full body of her naked, and then of course they took it down. But my friend screenshot it. She was just like, just in case this girl tried to roll up on me, I got this picture.
I do that too.
Yeah, so like you can easily screenshot it. Like you can have it in your phone.
But there was
even
on
though
the
it's
news
deleted.
actually, like they're trying to find the person, the guy that did it, because
So for those who do not know the story, let me give you a backstory. there was a young man who had created, I believe it was an Instagram
Exposing
account.
hope.
Yeah, it was an Instagram account. So he had asked all of his friends to send him photos of females that sent them topless pictures, any type of nude picture. So all the young men sent him these pictures, and he created an Instagram account with all of these young girls' pictures on it in high school in our area. So you have to be careful. You think you just send it to your boyfriend, you and your boyfriend break up, because he doesn't have that connection with you anyway. So anybody can get those photos. So that's what happened.
A couple people from my school.
Okay.
And so that's what Rose was talking about, because the young girl that goes to her school was also on that Instagram account.
Yeah, for me, I was talking about something with Brittany the other day, and I was like, I don't think it's okay even if you send like nudes to your husband, because like what if you guys get divorced? He's like, okay, I'll show everybody your nudes. I was like, I'll never do that.
They kind of blackmail you, and they kind of blackmail you.
I was like, I'll never
If you
do
don't
that.
like do something, then I will show everyone the whole world. So it's like kind of like a blackmail also.
I mean, I feel that like if it's your husband, I honestly feel like it's okay if it's your husband. Like even if he does send it to everyone, it's not like it's your boyfriend. That's my husband. I send that to my husband.
And you're right. And if people can get into your iCloud account or whatever phone you have, that just happened recently, and married ladies had sent their husbands photos, but guess what? They got out there onto the internet because it was hacked.
Yep.
Nothing is safe. He's going to see you in the bedroom anyway. Keep it right there.
That's what I
Really?
This is my Instagram, right?
And not only that, when you go out to look for different jobs, do you know that they go into your Facebook account, Instagram, and all that to find out about you?
Yes.
You wouldn't want anybody finding something like that out about you, because that's how they clear people out.
There's
For that.
too many Lifetime movies about that. Like, if
I saw
It's so
like
real,
sexting in
though.
Siberia.
It's true.
Oh my God.
It is so true. So, do you have
That was
another
good.
question for the T?
Yes, why is it so difficult to keep your rooms clean?
Okay, I can answer that. First of all, it's not difficult for us to keep it clean. Well, maybe for some of us. And so I think it's not difficult because sometimes we don't feel like doing it.
Are you on the phone all the time?
Or that too,
Instagramming?
but like not that, like sometimes that, but you know, or like we're doing something and we're getting to it, and then like you guys will argue at us, and then we're like, okay, yeah.
I'm just
But
lazy.
and then sometimes, and then like sometimes.
An honest answer from the team. That's what I was expecting.
Or okay, like sometimes like she would come, my grandmother, she would come in my room and she'd be like, why? She was like, why is the room so dirty? I was like, maybe I like dirt. And then or like she would come in here, she was like, why is it not clean? I'm like, I don't know.
She made
like
my constantly like walking because she knows I hate walking, so she's like, go walk. I'm like, no.
Yeah, like for me,
Yeah.
I'm a lazy, hardworking person.
Lazy, hard
Because for me, like I can be lazy with the things that I don't want to do, but like, okay, we're gonna tell it later. But like, okay, so for my room, for example, I have a lot of stuff, but one of the things I hate about my room is folding up clothes.
Yes.
And it's like I start, but then I want to do the rest of the other days, so then I still keep the clothes, and then I wash them. But
So like just this morning, you pulled out my. I think it was yesterday. You pulled out all my stuff, and then no, it was this morning. You pulled out all my stuff from my corner because it was like all my books, and then like you scattered it on the floor. I didn't clean it up till like I guess a good 3 hours later because I didn't feel like taking all those books and putting them in my closet.
But
And then like they were like all scattered over there. You're like, you shouldn't put those over there. I was like, that's the only place I could. And you think it's like kind of difficult, and you'll give us consequences for that. I'm just like,
The reason why my room is dirty is because like during the day, like in the morning when I get ready for school, I just like pick through my outfits. So I just throw everything all over the place. And so like on Saturday is when all my room's so messy, so I just clean it over there Saturday.
It's
like
when
Saturday.
I want a real honest answer. It's really because we're all tired. Like we have school, and I have like 15 pages of homework, and then we got sports and stuff. So like we just lay in our bed or something, or like watch TV, and like the bed will be like everything we messed up. We're just like
Okay, no. Here's the honest
The
answer.
real reason why
I got 6 real reasons.
if you really
One
want to
true
get down
reason.
to it, the real reason why some of us it's hard to clean our rooms is because the way we were raised. If you're raised in an environment where your family or your parents do not like cleaning, you're gonna adapt to that. So I was raised in an environment where my grandparents cleaned all the time, so my room is rarely dirty. And the only time it really is dirty is when I have, or her, or I have laundry. But I still put my laundry up. But it's basically the way you're raised. My cousin, she came to live with us, and her mom was not a clean person, and she's adapted to that. So it's basically how you're raised. It's not about being lazy or not. It's just the way you were raised.
Okay,
I got it.
Roy want to say something. Let's
okay, so that's not all the way true for me, at least, because my house is pretty clean. I'm a big procrastinator. Like,
that's good.
I don't like washing my clothes. Like, I don't.
You wash your own clothes?
Yeah.
Yes.
She does.
Okay, and so let's say I mess up my room, be like, I'm gonna clean it up tomorrow. I clean it up tomorrow. Come clean it up after school. After school, come.
Right, never
I'm gonna do it, Saturday, and then mom ends up yelling at me on Thursday.
Your
So
mother
it never
yells.
gets done until I get yelled at.
Okay, so here's what I'm saying. Since I have 0 period, you have to get up for like 5 o'clock in the morning, and like just to get up for like 7:30, and you have to be to school by 7:30. You have to exercise, and then you have to like, do all these schedules and like to 6 periods. Come home, do homework, and then like you don't feel like doing anything. Like you woke up like around 5 o'clock this morning, and then like you have to go exercise again, around the same time. Come home, you don't feel like doing anything. That's why I always go up in my room and lay down.
Question for you. Then why do you feel you're entitled to an allowance?
Because the allowance part, the allowance part is like for like doing chores, okay? Like I would do it for that, but like other than that, I'm like.
But your room is part of your chores.
Oh, yeah. Well, for me, like, okay. So.
That was good.
I think I deserve an allowance because, sometimes, even though I don't always keep my room clean, but I eventually get it done. Because I hate, like, me personally.
So you get a job, and you don't always come to work on time, but eventually you get there. You expect them to keep you on your job. Okay.
What you guys don't understand, and it may seem like we're really being hard on you, we're really preparing you for the future. We're preparing you to work, just like my 2 girls in front are getting half of their allowance because they didn't do their chores one day. So to me, that's like you didn't go to work that day. So anytime you don't go to work, you don't get paid.
That was when.
Regardless to your excuse, you didn't do your chores, so you didn't go to work. So why should I pay you for that day?
At least because this is what happened. She had people over, and it was around 9 o'clock, and then I was in my room. They didn't leave till around like a good 9:50. It was almost 10 o'clock, so there was like no way I couldn't get all that stuff done. It was like all the way couldn't all that stuff done. Everyone would sleep, and then you guys came up, and it was like around like 10:30ish or 40ish, because you guys were like.
And what was your chore, sweetie?
Vacuuming. I couldn't do that.
Or sweet.
I couldn't do that because you guys were
You
down
can
there.
no
You said
excuse.
you told me.
No
You
excuse.
told me.
I love you, but no excuse. You still lost half of your allowance.
I know we're running out of time. I'm not sure where we're at on time, but my question, I want to get this out here. Could you tell me, please, what's the purpose of high school?
Your social life.
Social life.
Yeah.
Not just going to school. Not just going to school.
TV portrays high school. TV. I think that's the reason why we're seeing it, because TV makes it like. You rarely see people in high school in class on TV. Like they're like
they're like all
in the high school.
That is not what I was getting
You
at.
don't see them in class, and so I think that's why like we say it's social, because that's what society tells you. You go to high school for your friends.
No, that's not what I was getting
what
at.
did you
I
mean,
was
Brittany?
saying your social life is because it's preparing you to, you do speeches in class. It's preparing you if whatever job you do go into, you get to, you know how to talk to people because you've been around them for so many years at school. You know how to say speeches because your teachers have brought you to it. And it's also just to get to show you where you want to be in life. What do you like this? If you like this, you could take a class and see if you like. If you don't, you go to another class. It's basically just about how you portray yourself in elder life.
I agree with that too.
Yeah.
I would say it's social life. You can do that outside of school.
Yeah.
I've always thought high school was to prepare you for college.
That's what I thought.
Just and in preparing for college, it prepares you for life. And again, you have that social element, but it teaches you how to study when you don't feel like studying. You start to get that in high school. You do homework when you don't feel like doing homework, because in college, guess what? You won't have your parents pushing you to do homework or calling you or telling you to clean up your room. And so high school kind of prepares you for that, but it prepares you for college so you can be more independent. And I mean, you guys are all great. I mean, I'm just listening to you talk. You all sound like you got it on the ball, and that's great. But use your high school experiences now to prepare you for college, because that's what I want for my girls, and I want that for each one of you guys.
Now, Serenity, I have a question for you. Okay. Why should parents allow teenagers to get a tattoo or piercing? Why or why not?
Oh. Okay, wow.
She's like, that's enough.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like, I think for tattoos, I can understand if it was like the whole leg or something, like the whole arm, or like this huge tattoo. Like, I can understand if it was like a cross and it said like a little saying or thing, or like a heart, and like it had like a nice quote, or like, you know, something small. But like it should be an appropriate age that your parents should let you. And piercings, that's like
It depends on what you want to get.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
like,
like
another piercing on my
That's,
ear.
like in your
that's
ear
all right.
piercing, or like how Brittany has her nose piercing. That's understandable. But like when you're trying to get
Tongue
like
piercings?
your
No.
dimple
No.
piercing,
No.
just
Jelly
like a little-
piercing?
I can understand. Yeah.
She's in the 8th grade. She has a piercing right here, and on her lip.
Yes, I have.
And she got a
Yeah.
tattoo. And her and her mom have matching tattoos.
Yeah.
This is private school. She has this.
Yeah.
She has,
She has like her this one pierced. She has this pierced. Like there's like a lot, and like I really disagree with those type of piercings. But I can understand if you're trying to get your ears done, like your ear piercings done. But yeah,
I think it's
that's
also about your
understandable.
age, because when I got my second holes pierced and my crotch pierced, I was a sophomore, and it was for my birthday. And my mom said, okay, that's fine. When I got my nose pierced, I was a junior. And I said, can I get a nose piercing? And she kind of looked at me, and I said, a small stud. I don't want a big stud. I don't want a hoop. I want a small stud. And she said, if it's small, you can get it. And she took me to get it. I
And
think
how
it's
were
about
you?
your age. I was 16.
Okay.
I have a friend that's like a small baby.
Because I want to cuddle with you. It's like,
Yeah.
I'd like to say, when I was a teenager, I was wild. I wanted everything. I wanted to go against all rules.
She's being honest.
Really, I did. I had tattoos at 13 when I was small.
She made her own tattoos.
When I was a girl. Yeah, I made my own. Homemade tattoos, yeah. I did my own piercings, my ears. I never wanted to do those other piercings, but you know, shaving my head and all that stuff. I was really rebellious. And I feel that I brought that on to my children. I really do. Because I have a daughter who wants to tattoo her entire body.
She has. She's not even done yet.
Yes.
She has like
And I hate it. And when she mentions it to me, oh mom, I'm getting another tattoo. Mind you, she's in her 40s and I can't stand it. But I believe it's out of my own rebellion that I brought it on to my children. Because there is something that the Word of God says, that the sins of the father, the sins of the parents, and we pass it down generation to generation. I can even see that with everything we've discussed today. In my time, I can see, and I've repented more than once for the things that I allowed myself to get involved with when I was a kid. I believed in free sex, the days of the hippies. I believed in everybody smoking weed. I used to go to Berkeley, to People's Park. Everybody get loaded. The whole world should get loaded. But now that I'm a grandmother,
That's true.
I don't see it that way anymore. Tattoos are permanent. Even if you get a small tattoo of some guy's name or whatever, we all get tattoos of guys' names. I did it. Years down the road, you're not with that guy anymore.
Yeah.
And then you need to put something over that to cover that up. So what are you going to do? Cover up, cover up, cover up. I'm just saying, in my time, I've seen so much. And everything you guys we've spoke on today, I've seen the world change more than once.
That's a question.
Well, with that, it does have to, the tattoo thing or the piercing things, it does have to do like with what you used to do when you were younger. But let's say you didn't do it. You didn't get tattoos, you didn't pierce everything, you were just very modest with yourself. But then the world comes out with it, and then your child sees it, and your child's, I want to do that, but you didn't do it.
But
Your
still,
child's gonna see
we're
it.
following. We're following. Be your own person.
Yeah, we're following, but I mean, like, but you said that, like, you brought it to us, and it's like, well, what if you didn't do it? We were just going to see
It's
it
the truth.
anyways.
Let me tell you, when I was a kid, I wasn't a follower. I was a leader. I did things that people thought I was
You
crazy
did
for
scary
doing.
stuff, Mom.
I did more than a normal
That's
kid.
scary.
I was the kind of kid that parents didn't want their kid around because I did everything.
Wow, see that's good.
Wow.
That is
Wow.
good when you don't want to be that type of person, but at least you knew you were that
Yeah.
type of parent.
Right,
Yep.
right.
That type of person that other parents
Did not want their kids around. I was telling Kania just the other day, we had a conversation. I was taking her to school and she was talking about kids leaving the school ground, doing different things. And I said, when I was 13, I let a girl who I thought was a friend of mine talk me into cutting school. And I didn't know that it was a setup, so I cut school with the girl, and she went with her boyfriend. I didn't have a boyfriend at that time, and I ended up getting raped. Because I was at the wrong place at the wrong time doing what, and that time I followed someone. So that's what I'm saying. Everything, all of this stuff has happened before. Nothing's new under the sun. It's always been here.
Wow. Exactly. It was good. Go ahead. We got 2 minutes.
Okay. This is the question. Why do parents call you for nothing? Like, call you, like, for turning off the light and, like, they're like, right to you.
Oh, let me tell you why I
Yeah.
Wow.
You're for the remote control, and the remote control
Yes.
is right next to you.
Yes.
And you're like, you can reach for it
Yeah.
typically like this, but you call us down here all the way from upstairs. Come down
We
here.
do that.
And you talk about us being lazy and you
No,
guys
no,
need
no,
to
no,
watch
no,
for
no,
the
no,
remote.
It's right there.
I want to say something. So for me, at my house, I love you, Mom,
I love you too.
but sometimes it's just, you be saying things so late, you're like, go upstairs and get the bowl, and then I come back downstairs.
Yes.
And also go upstairs and get the
Yes, you're halfway downstairs. I forgot to tell you to go get it. Or her, or my mom.
Yes.
This is what she'll do. Okay, so Tarji, pretend like you're me. Okay, okay. Brittany,
Yeah.
Oh, it's just silence?
oh yeah,
You have to stop before
and then you yell at them. Yes, mom. Why are you yelling? You didn't
You have to
help
go
me.
get them.
She's
That's
always
what my
like,
dad does.
Mom's always
I don't
like,
do it though.
hey, I forgot my water downstairs. Go get my water.
And you're all the way upstairs.
Yes, because we can do that because we're your parents. We did that for you all for so long, going to get things for you. And my mother did that to me. Charmaine, can you turn off the TV? She didn't want to get up. We didn't have remote controls back then. But it's so wonderful just to have children to be able to wait on us and serve us because we did it for you for so long.
Yes.
So there was, I couldn't wait for you guys to get to the age
Yes.
to our room to turn off my light.
Actually, you just saying that actually makes me think about when I had my surgery. My mom had to wait on me, so I actually now understand. Like I
noticed
appreciate it
something,
because
like-
I couldn't do it myself. So.
Well, like, when you're like a parent, you ask like the middle-aged, in the class, the middle-aged like daughter or son to do something, and they'll do it. And then like the middle-aged person will ask the younger person, and the younger person will
Yeah,
ask
you
the
pass it
younger
down.
person to do something. Just notice that.
Well, I want to thank everyone for being on the show, but that's going to do it for us today. But I want to thank you all for coming on the show today. I want to thank all of my guests. Did they do a wonderful job? They informed us today. We got some good laughs today, too, on the show. And don't forget to log on to LadyCharmaineLive.com for more of the Lady Charmaine Live shows. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Charmaine Live. You can follow me on Instagram at iamladyCharmaine. Thank you so much for watching. It's a teen thing parents just don't understand.